We are recording to the cloud. Good afternoon, Mr. Cutner. Today we'd like to talk about your website, get your feedback. I'm really excited with what we have and answer any questions you have, get some feedback from things that we need still, and move this thing forward. We are a little delayed on our project plan. But if you're okay with it, I'm okay with it, because I think it's about creating, sometimes creation is not just a straight line. It kind of goes like this, it's a lot of recursiveness. So I don't mind. I think, when I take a look at, what's been developed thus far, I'm really excited, and I hope you are too. So I am going to share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So what we were doing is really, addressing Ty Cutner from a place of your different circles of influence, if you will. So we've got speaking engagements, got coaching, the podcast, and the Well-Dressed Academy. So we wanted to bring them all, under this big umbrella. And the big umbrella is, tycutner.com. And so really you've got multiple websites within a website. And, I think that's a great way to prevent yourself from having to manage a lot of different websites, because everything's under this umbrella. And so, but we still have the white man here. And so I wanted to ask you for, some high resolution pictures. You kind of decked out, in your style, because we can, follow this same look and feel. Do you like this look and feel?
Yes, for the most part, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any high resolution pictures?
Yeah, I have some that I'm gonna send you.
Okay. And email them to me, because then that'll show up better. And then so do you have this link?
I believe so. I think yes. I went through most of this. I think my link it didn't have this band at the top. It didn't have a dashboard at the top this way. It was looked a bit different.
Okay.
That's
And so we have the part at the top really to differentiate each of your brands.
right.
People could go there, and you could just send people to one place and they can go wherever. And, it's just easier to maintain. So I think that's smart. So with the Ty Cutner, if we go down, it talks about you can start the IFS journey. It's got information on your partners and collaborators. We've got your mission, your video here, and some of your core offerings, and what they cost. And then the ability for people to just sign up directly would be available. Sorry, I'm just getting a piece of paper, so I want to write down any notes that you have. And so this, continues to talk about your programs and offerings. And how people could get some bulk pricing on your books, engagements. And then, some more information on self-led. Do you want me to go through the whole thing and provide more feedback? Or do you want to have some time to look at it, and kind of breathe with it and provide some feedback? Because I'm gonna send you the link afterward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like I went through this already.
Okay.
They give me some feedback on it, and I think as I think the thing that I've been focused on now is like making sure that everything is represented for what I'm currently doing now. And so things continue to progress week to
Yeah,
month to month. And so I wanted to be able to share that somewhere. I guess
shoot.
I know there's a area where we speak about like the 2 years and it's like it has like a banner or like a progress.
Oh yeah, like where you're going and where you're at right now in that process.
Yeah,
Yeah, where did that go?
maybe on a different page. Maybe on like the about document. Oh, here it is. There it is.
Oh, the I moved too quick. And with the pictures, can I get the same, like you looking the same way, but just with different, from different perspectives, different type of headshots? Because I want to be able to do this type of application, to have you, in different places. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm thinking about so I'm gonna see what I have so far. I'm thinking that we can for those background things, they can be like me speaking somewhere or
Yeah,
me with other people, stuff like that. But
yes.
I think like even when it comes to all these different offerings, we also have images that reflect the offering itself. So like when I speak about the Well Chest Academy, we'll have photos of me and kids, and when I'm speaking about the Family Healing Hub, we have like me with families and parents, things like that.
Okay. And you're gonna send those pictures too?
Yeah, I'm seeing what I got.
Okay. Okay, so here's your 15-year mission timeline. So it starts with phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and then the progress meter shows you at 13% complete.
So yeah, so there are I think I want a section that speaks about the current year
Like
and
what you're doing like right now.
what I'm doing right now, yeah. Because then we can go into more details about those things.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think that's
those
smart.
things that people can they can be a part of it. They can they can view it. They can watch any videos associated with it. Um, and that's what will be updated periodically as I do these events and things like that.
Okay, so then we can add the current year section after the 15-year mission panel, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any content already available for that section?
Still getting that together. So let's see. Yeah, I'm still working. So right now I'm in the phase of being summer. So usually what I do in summertime is it's when I go out and network with folks and meet people and we start to finalize what we're going to be doing in the fall. And so I'm
Uh-huh.
making those connections now. So um, I can speak about what I've done last season. The um, the intro to IFS calls, the World Chess Academy second year. Like I can mention those things, and then I could discuss like what's coming in the next season. So I think I'm gonna do it like a season to season. I want to have a new like what's currently what I did last season, what I'm currently doing this season, and what I'm planning for next season.
So when we talk about seasons, I'm thinking 4 of them, right? Like 4 blocks for each season.
Yeah, a part of me wants to do 2 seasons,
Okay.
spring, summer, fall, winter, to make it easier. Yeah, maybe we just do 2 seasons. We won't do it in the quarter. We'll do it. Yeah, we do spring, summer, fall, winter, and I'll have it to where what we do in the spring is preparing for what we're doing in the summer, what we're doing in the fall prepares for what we're going to do in the summer. I mean, the winter, or have the winter, spring, summer prepare for fall, winter. I'm gonna have it brought out in that way. That's gonna help me as I start to plan these things that I'm doing now. Um, yeah, to put them in place. So I think 2 seasons.
For 2 seasons. Okay, so 2 seasons. Hmm, Okay. So we're gonna have to show 2 seasons. Okay, so I'm gonna get content and pictures for those content and pics. Pics for the 2 seasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm. Okay, got that, got that. Oh, one moment. Sorry about that. I just got a text from my contractor. Okay. So are there any other changes that you see for Ty Cutner?
Um,
Or anything, what don't you like about Ty Cutner?
I like everything about Cutner.
Good response.
Like,
Different question. What don't you like about this page reflective of Ty Cutner?
um, so I think the next thing for me to do is because I'm in a bit of a flux with a lot of different initiatives that I'm putting together.
Uh-huh.
And so as I kind of think a little bit ahead, how would I want that to be reflected in the site? Um, what's the experience that I want people to have when they come to the site? So that's where I'm at now. I want to make sure that when a person first comes to the site, that they're brought to the place that I'm currently that I want them to go to first. So,
Okay.
and that depends on what I'm currently working on. So usually, like maybe 3 months ago, I was doing no, was it May? Yeah, May I was doing the mental health awareness month. So during that month, anybody who come to me, I want them to go to this place, right? Um, right now, I'm working on the Trailhead tapes, the audio series, which will be launched next month or September. And I'm also going to be doing some in-person workshops. So as people come to the site now, I will want them to be getting to know those things, right? I want them to identify that. So I want it to be where,
Dynamic.
yeah, I want it to be dynamic in that way. So like this part, top of the fold could stay the same because that's like the mission and general introduction. Um, and that partnership stuff could stay the same too. But then after that, we'll go into what's current, like what are we currently doing now? You know.
I like that. I like that. So because right now, above the fold, is your hero page. Below that, we talk about your partners. So maybe the third panel, like right before mission, we could just have this is what's happening right now.
Mhm.
We can also have too, if you want, I'm thinking maybe a pop-up, and the pop-up could be relative to, so above the fold stays clean, it stays consistent, but a pop-up could show up, and it could be not dynamic to whatever's going on like right now. And people would actually have to click out of it to go back to the main page. But that could be almost like you can think of it like a landing page for your very specific initiatives. Now, the downside, some people don't like, pop-ups, some people turn off their pop-up blockers, but that would get you to a place every time people log on, they're seeing, okay, this is what's going on with Ty right now. And it changes from season to season or time to time.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm a person who doesn't really like pop-ups either. I don't even read them.
Okay.
I feel
Then,
like, so my whole feeling about that is like, well, let me get a chance to experience the site before you tell me something else.
okay, gotcha,
So I would
gotcha.
want a person, so I would want the site to have to be so where they look at it and they want to keep going. They want to keep going down the site. And so
Got it.
they'll find like what's happening now pretty early in their scrolling. Um,
Yeah, and we could call it that too. What's happening now?
what's happening now.
Okay. Let's happening now. Panel before. Okay. Anything else?
Um, no, I think I need to give you the some more videos and podcasts I was featured on. Kind of the ones that's been launched this year. I think
Okay,
the one this year now was probably like last year.
okay,
And like I said, things change so fast. Um,
right.
not changed, but progressed. And so I would want to have the most latest thing that I'm discussing and working on to be seen first. And so,
Right.
um, yeah, I'll give you some more podcast features that I'm working on.
Okay. More video and podcast. You got that, got that. Um, when we look at these tabs that we have the Well-Dressed Academy, Ty Cutner, about Ty Cutner, uh, coaching, IFS coaching, speaking engagements, and podcasts. Does that represent really the major distinctions you want to address? Do you want to take any out?
Yeah, so I probably will want to have like offerings or, because I think the IFS coaching program, as well as Well Dress Academy, should kind of be in a place where in one place, and those they go there to find out whether they fit. So I think it was some area where it was like families and men and like individuals. There was a place for that
Uh-huh.
somewhere on the site,
Yeah.
and I think that like depending on who you are, depending on what you select, then that will bring you to that place. So the Well Dress Academy will be for schools and um,
Got it.
young people. They will click that, and then I'll bring them to Well Dress Academy. If they're a part of they want coaching, or they're in the IFS world, then they will click on one of the coaching programs and check that out.
So what I'm hearing is we should combine Well-Dressed Academy, the content from Well-Dressed Academy and IFS coaching programs into one called offerings.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would want the Well Dress Academy to have its own site, like it does now, um, because then that's a whole another demographic of people and organizations and things like that. And so they may find Well Dress Academy first, because when I go to a speaking engagement, or if I go to a school, I'm going to be speaking about the Well Dress Academy, or if somebody else wants to go and represent Well Dress Academy, they will go to that site. by themselves. But if they went to Ty Cutner and they went down the stuff that I do, they'll realize, oh, he also has a program for kids called the Webster's Academy, and they'll go to that. You know, that'll bring them there. So that's
Okay,
how.
okay. So we really could combine, so we could take, so we would end up taking Well Dressed Academy and IFS Coaching Programs Hub off this main page, call it offerings, but then on the offerings page, you'll see all of that. You will see the Well Dressed Academy, the IFS Coaching clearly identified. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Do you want to call it offerings? Do you want to call it coaching or maybe consulting
Services,
services?
yeah, something around that.
I like services better.
Yeah. Or
I
even
like
work,
services better than offering.
even say work with Ty.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
it
like that. I like
goes
that.
little Chris ways they can work with me.
Yeah, I like that. That's smart. Okay. So then this is gonna get so we're only gonna have one, two, so we'll only have four link, no, yeah, four links on this main page that people can go to, and then they can go down. They can go down in deep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think at some point, I'm not sure now, but at some point, I will want to have something that talks about the partnerships that I have, because I will want to, as I'm doing the audio series, recommending people to either go to one of my workshops, or I talk about the Welch's Academy. Like each episode, there's a commercial. The commercial is all of my services, basically. So each episode goes to one of the services. Like the Welch's Academy episode goes into the Welch's Academy. The Family Healing Workshop goes into Intro to IFS Call. I have another uh, episode that goes into the Connecting with Teens program. And so the working with Ty could be one thing, but then partnerships. And I think in partnerships, I will kind of go into what am I doing with these organizations? How are we working together? I will want that to be an area so that other people can realize, and maybe even have a link or a button. If they click that, it brings them to a chat agent that asks them, how would you want to partner with Ty Cutner on his mission to heal the world? And then they can type in what they want, and then the chat bot knows all of my all the things I'm working on currently, how things could be set up, how things could go in place with what I'm working on, and then even send them an
Okay.
email for them to send.
Excellent. I think that I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. As a matter of fact, I think, yeah, adding a chat bot would actually help a lot of things because people could find out how, ask those questions, and instead of having to try to hunt and find, we can allow the chat bot to be able to recommend services for your clients based upon their needs. Okay, okay. So what I'll do is I will, because currently within our engagement, we don't have the chatbot capability built in. And so I'll just send you something, uh, an invoice to tell you what that looks like. But really, man, that would be smart, because think about this. We could even extend it to your coaching. People that need coaching with IFS, they can start asking questions of your bot. We could actually create your bot to be, a Ty Cutner bot. I like that.
Yeah,
I really like that.
I think it would definitely help them navigate the site, navigate the office.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And if I just want to go to your podcast quickly without having to navigate Bing, it'll have the awareness to be able to do that. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Anything else that you can think of? And I know we're changing, so we're in a state of dynamic flow, meaning what may seem relevant today may not seem relevant in 60 days. And so, I want to be mindful of that. Um,
yeah, I think that's good for now.
okay, okay, okay. So a couple of things that I heard is that we're going to add a current year section to Ty Cutner. We're going to add what's happening now panel. Spell that right. We're going to add that before the mission panel in Ty Cutner. We're going to consolidate the Well Dressed Academy and IFS coaching program hubs into one place under Work with Ty. And then we're going to add another partnerships link and a chat bot. And so I'll send you, I'll let you know what that looks like because I want to look at that into greater. I don't know if I need to look at that because I know we're gonna have like a Thai chat bot. But the Thai chat bot might be different actually than the regular chat bot. So I'm gonna because they're gonna be there for two different purposes, one for coaching, one for, directing. It's almost like hiring different employees with different roles. And then, so I'll send you over what that looks like in terms of time and money for the chat bot and depending. So on partnerships, did you want to have like some affiliate links in there as well?
Mm, no, I wanted to speak about the partnerships that I have already.
Okay.
So that may be like me speaking about a school and what I do for them, and how that's helping them, or what I do for ethical culture, what I'm working on with them, and what I'm doing for the public libraries. It's like kind of speak about that so that people get an idea of who I work with, how I work with them, and then the bot will they will have like do you want to partner with Ty? And then they'll go in and they'll have the conversation with the bot, and the bot will share with them ways in which we can partner. And if that
Okay.
makes sense, then they'll say yes, and then they'll say, okay, now we'll put together an email that you can send to Ty, or we'll put together something. You just put this in the submit. They'll submit that. Submit.
Okay. 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 Excellent. So we can start making those moves right now. And so what I need from you, and I'll send this in an email, is just high resolution pictures of you and various poses. I need content for current year, including pictures. We're going to do 2 seasons and more videos and podcast features. And so I'll follow up on with that. So are we good with the changes so far? How do you feel about this process? Do you feel I want to manage this your experience to ensure that you feel satisfied that we're moving in the right direction with the right timing. Um, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I want to address them so that you have the kind of experience that you can say, hey, serendipity innovation, they were beyond my wildest expectations and they met every need that I have. And so anything less than a 10 out of 10 would be a failure on my part. So I want to ask now so I can manage your expectations moving forward. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. Things are good so far. I mean, for me, um, like I said earlier, I think that like so much stuff changes with me. And so
Yeah.
that's the reason why, sometimes I'm delayed with sending stuff over because I'm, busy with stuff. And then, as things change and progress, that's the main reason why I wanted to have a site, because if I don't have a site that's constantly being updated, then it's hard for me to show people and share with people and even keep myself together with what I'm doing,
I get that. I get that.
So,
I get that. I've had similar issues myself. Okay, so we'll stop here. I think we have some good marching orders. We're going to do some things. You need to do some things. I'll follow up with an email, probably within an hour after we get out of this conversation, and I'll share this video with you so you have if you want to go back to jog your memory, it can do that for you. Okay. So let me stop the share. Thank you for your feedback. And so the next conversation we're going to have will be about me. So I'm going to stop